All right, what's up, everybody? It's Big Tony Z, and I'm pretty excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty excited. And it's because right here, what you're looking at, this is the new FL Studio 20. I'm pretty excited. Right now, I have it basically in the same or in the default spot. There's a few different things that I do personally that I'm going to do now to show you. But here, let's look at the mixer first. Right now, I got it in the new This is wide alternate. This is the newest thing that came with FL Studio 20. I really like it. It's got the names down here and then little faders. It's kind of, you don't really need giant knobs. This is the new stuff. This came out, I think, last week. I've been messing with it. I already got one track that I'm going to put. It's actually going into, it's music for that motorcycle video I have. I had somebody comment that there should be music there, and I'm like, well, yeah, there should. I just really ain't got much time, so I made one from this thing, and it's awesome. So check it out once ever I finish it and release it. Okay, yeah, so other than the nice little scheme here, we have something that I guess a lot of people want it. I don't know, but it's just more mixer tracks. We got 125 now. We used to have 103 or whatever, and they don't have any right side stuff. You gotta kind of have to do it already. Like if you want these to be sends, you can just dock to the right, and now those are your sends. You gotta route them still, but whatever. I guess now I'm gonna just start docking, or I'm not gonna dock. I'll just have it as like right next to it, and then maybe separators, use bars or whatever. Anyways, so that's cool. I like the new thing here, and I don't know if a lot of people knew this about FL Studio, but if you like this button right here, this is for your mixer, or this is your mixer, but this is your effects rack, and this is button affects that, so you can turn it on and off with the left click. But if you right click it, it puts it over here. This is how I like it. I like it on the left, personally, but that's just me. I also do other things, and I'm going to make a video for that later. But I like the mixer track on the left. So that's how I do it. So the top obviously is different. Like we used to have faders here. Now we got knobs. Okay, and then we got this, which says pattern song, which is less confusing for those who were complaining about understanding that. But the cool thing about this, I'm going to right click over here. I'm going to hit edit. And now it brings you all different options on how to customize this. Whoops, got a little glitchy there. That's how I customize this top part. Now, I already have it, and I saved mine slim, and just basically everything that I need. This little knob here, this thing's cool. It's brand new. It's called the Quick Tweak. So basically, like if I move this thing, if I was like going through here, I'm in a bunch of different windows. I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to adjust that fader I did earlier, or I guess last, because this does last. But anyways, that's what this does. It controls the last tweaked thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, something else. This thing right here. Edison got a makeover. Obviously, the number tags and all that, that's not new. But this now goes in 24-bit. So that's cool. Whoops. So yeah, now it's in 24-bit instead of 16-bit. Now, if you are an audio engineer, then you know the difference. You know it's important. And that's why I'm super excited about Edison having 24-bit export. Makes life a lot easier for me. I'm going to show you this. In the general settings here, you got this miscellaneous right here. Must have. Look at that. Detach all plugins. I love that. I love that. Because now, well, let me get this back up. I'm just going to take that out. Now, if I have plugins, this one obviously isn't that big and it can fit in the window just fine, but something like, let me bring up Omnisphere. That thing's huge. But now it's, you know, it's detached and go anywhere. Anyways, so that I really like. I know that's minute, but it's a nice feature that was brought in. But this is what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly, hopefully, pick something nice. Let's try that. See what this sounds like. So apparently, I forgot to do something, which is kind of good because I'm doing a video on FL Studio. You got to go through all your stuff, make sure everything's turned on. Sometimes my controller acts funky. Oh my goodness, why? Why? Yeah, I don't know why. I had to unplug it and plug it back in. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure you have all your routing, MIDI controllers hooked up, all that good stuff, because a lot of that, when you update, has to be redone. And I updated to the newest version of FL20. The first version had some weird stuff going on in the mixer. Like if I were to turn something down, it would change, it would make some crazy modulation with the tuning. It was like pitch modulation, but in a very non-musical way. So I'm glad they fixed that, because I was pretty butthurt about that, not gonna lie. I don't know if anyone knew this, but you got a lot of options with this. You got spectrogram, which I like. I've been trying the other one just for why not? It's all new. But I think I'm gonna stick with this again. But you just click it, left click, and it goes to the other one. Now on default, when you first start, it's on something else. It's on this. You just got the one waveform or line or whatever. So you can right click it and you got more options. You got long, it's on a larger scale basically. So then now that it's on a larger scale, you can see more. And I know my voice is mono, so it's not gonna matter when it goes to stereo. But when you have stereo, you have two channels. It shows you both channels, and since mine's mono, it's gonna show like down here on the bottom here. It's just going to be even, and these are going to be identical because it's mono. So there's that. So this isn't new. This came with FL12, the little, what is it called? Picker panel. But this is new that came with FL20. And you go to the picker panel and it's show on right side. So now you can put your picker panel on the right side, which I don't know, could be good, could be bad. I feel like I am abandoning it by putting it over there. I think that's why I put this over here too, because I don't know. I don't like being away from it. I feel like I'm parents abandoning the child or something. I don't know. Too deep. Too deep, Tony. Too deep. Now, of course, like all updates, you're going to have to update your files and make sure you got all your samples and stuff that you want to use. Let me show you this. I'm going to just record a little something. Yeah, I'm so cool. All right, so I recorded it, right? It's right here. You see it in the MIDI thing. My damn controller's stuck on one note. I'm going to delete that. And there you go, right? Okay, so what's new with that? Nothing, right? What's new is over here on the channel rack. And of course you can adjust that way. And then this is what I want to show you, this little thing here. So I'm going to actually bring that out. So I got almost the whole thing. And then you click this and you have options to adjust MIDI parameters without opening it up in piano roll, which I think is awesome. It's like editing on the go where you don't have to keep throwing up the piano roll every time, you know, because half the time you're kind of, at least I am, I'm always trying to make stuff, and you know, if I'm in the piano roll, I always like to make new notes or make some kind of adjustment, which I normally would not do if I had it like this. So you got velocity, which you're looking at right now. You got real time, you know, adjustments, and then note pitch. That's the actual piano roll. You can just move them. That's pretty sweet. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of what I just said, but I'm not so much trying to make, you know, I'm not trying to make new stuff in that. That looks kind of difficult, and that's okay because it's not the piano roll. And then release velocity, you can kind of do whatever you want with that. Fine pitch, panning. Panning is pretty sweet. I think that's pretty good. And then X, Y, and shift. I don't know what shift is. Probably have to look it up in the manual. All right, so that's that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let me go back to velocity. It's the default parameter I'd probably use it on. I don't know how that moved. I don't think I did that. Maybe I did. I don't know. Put it in the comments. When did that move? Did my ghost do it? Do I have a ghost? FL Studio is available and stable for Mac. So if you're an apple eater, then come on, munch them apples with FL Studio. The colors seem like a little less in your face, which I like. Like it's a very more faint color. Instead of having the entire insert looking like that, it's that color up here and then a darker hue. So we can do, check that one. And you see how it's still not super, I mean it's defining, but it isn't in your face like it used to be. So I'm happy about that too. Oh, that just reminded me of something. That just reminded me of something very important. Check this out. I don't know why I'm still on record. Check this out. Right click. Where is it? Reset selected tracks to default. What? Bam. Yes. And look at that. It goes back to default. Come on. You all know that last time you had to go file. Holy moly, look at all these new things on file. I don't even know what that is. Ha! But that's why I haven't even been in here, because you used to have to do this, save a mixer track and then drop it on the one to change it, like so. Which, I mean, was doable, but it was kind of like an extra step. Now, all you have to do, right click, go to, oh, actually, let me do this. So, all right, so it used to be like I had to do every single one of these files, scoop over, Now, bam, just do it like this. That's cool. That's convenient. That's awesome. That's a +1 on image line. Something else that's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to have, let's see. Oh, here we go. I'll put this pattern in here, right? And now, which is pretty cool, you can do something like this. Consolidate this track from song start, track start, song start. Bam! You now have a frozen MIDI track. And not only does it mute your upper track, like so it doesn't like double up on you like sometimes it would in the past. Now it mutes it, it groups it with it, which now can like be hidden with the minus thing here instead of having to click this thing like so. So that's pretty cool. But it gave you an actual, check it out. It's kind of loud. Yeah, that's too cool, I think. You can do that now with every single, like if you had an entire project, you can highlight the entire project and consolidate it, make them WAV files. So that is too cool. Too cool. Oh, and then of course, like the mixer channel, we have 125 here extra. We now have 500 instead of 5. I don't even remember what it used to be. I never got that far. But now you have 500. Pretty freaking sweet. Almost forgot. All right, let's do this. What channel is this on? 1. I'm going to put this on 8. I'm going to do a little bam. Put it on the... Okay, well, I was going to do the sidechain thing, but you don't even have to anymore. All right, I don't know if you remember, but let me do this. I'm going to, instead of doing that, I'm just going to put it on here. So we'll just do another one. All right, so we got it on the channel of this. So I'm going to press play. Okay, I'm stupid here. Hold on. We're dropping on 3. Close that one out. Jeez. All right, so now that it's on the... You see it's on there now. Okay, so before, you know, we got these handy dandy mix knobs on the mixer. If you've ever used it before, it's cool for some sound design stuff, but if you were trying to do like some like actually mixing an effect in, it didn't do very well. Didn't do very well at all. Sometimes you would have some crazy phase issues, and like I said, if you were doing sound design, some of the stuff was kind of cool, but I would never actually bounce a track with it like that, because I feel like it will make my whole house blow up. I don't know. With that being said, you can now mix with the mix knob. It's got all the latency like 100% done over, and it's awesome. So alright, so you see the compressor is being used, and now I'm going to mix in the dry and the wet compressor with the mix knob. So that's dry, just the track. That's with the compressor. It's kind of hard to tell, but trust me, I wouldn't have been able to actually do that motion without hearing total destruction. So that is awesome. I'm glad they fixed that. All right, thanks everyone for watching.